I've never heard of an electric douche. Oh, oh no! Girl, how you turn this off? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, all right. Bitch! And you want this inside of me. Closet and I are doing a giveaway where everyone who signs up under the link gets a free gift card or toy like these. They come with a remote. Ooh! I feel like Freddy Krueger right now. Closet is an LGBTQ plus run company that aims to promote self-love and acceptance in the community. Closet's name repurposes the term coming out the closet as something to be proud of. Closet doesn't want the closet to be something you hide in, but something you embrace and are unashamed of. The Prostate Pro by Closet is a remote control vibrating prostate massager with perineum stimulation for double the pleasure. Anal Prep School by Closet is a 3 sizes of 100% silicone butt plugs with the ribbed beaded base to enjoy every minute of anal prep. The Dish Pro, an automatic anal dish for the most luxurious cleaning experience. It has body-safe silicone, 3 spray speeds, 5 spouts with anti-backflow technology, and a USB rechargeable cord. I can't believe I'm about to use this. 3, 2, 1! My friends at Closet and I are literally sending out free sex toys and gift cards for toys to everyone who signs up to my giveaway. All you have to do is click the link below, enter your email, and check your inbox for your gift from me and Closet. Come on into the classroom. Oh my God, I haven't said that phrase in such a long time. Come on in the classroom, my friends. Class is in session. Oh my God. I haven't said that in such a long time. Yeah. Come on in the classroom, guys. Y'all thought I was gonna forget about y'all tonight. No. Of course, I couldn't miss this classroom session with you guys. Come on in. Come back into the classroom, guys. Oh, y'all so sweet. Y'all so sweet. Yes, Tyra, we bind you in the name of Jesus. Tyra, we bind you. We bind you. What's going on? Yes. What's up, fam? We got the Morehouse in the building. What's going on? Y'all get in here. Share this live, because we about to get into it. Oh, we about to get into it. This is one that the people not going to miss, honey. So, y'all been requesting me. Y'all been requesting me, and I'm back. What's going on, guys? I miss you guys so much. I miss you guys so. In the words of Destiny's Child, so good. Here we go, guys. So tonight is the moment that we talk about America's Next Top Model. My second favorite show of all time, because what is my number one that will never be replaced? Charmed, the original series. Miss Cookie, what you doing? Why do you always wait until I go live to want to start doing things? I don't understand. Miss Cookie is just a mess, guys. She's still a mess. She's still a mess. She's still a mess, honey. So I am, first of all, if we're gonna do it, let's do it right. What's going on? It's your nerd boy cutie reporting for duty to what? Do the Lord's work once again! It's Oliver Twixt, the head nerd in charge. The digital debutante. Here to talk about America's Next Top Model. Tonight is not an interview with anyone. Tonight is open house, as I've described it in another post, where before we get the classroom back in session, I need to have open house. I need to have a meeting. I need to have town hall discussions with my friends here. Now, I will say this. If you are one of those people who claim to not like Oliver Twixt, who abhors my top model content, I'm going to give you 60 seconds to get out of the room. I'm going to give you 60 seconds to leave right now. Because if you do stay and you comment below negative things, it means that you are a fan. A confused one, but a fan nonetheless. So, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. Let's bring back the nostalgia of the Twixclusive classrooms regarding top model. I'm going to sing a good old song. I'm going to give you guys time to leave. If you know the song at home, sing along with me. We were sailing along on Moonlight Bay. We can hear the whistle singing. They seem to say, you have stolen my heart and gone away as we sing our moonlight song on Moonlight Bay. On Moonlight Bay. Just to give you guys some more time. Shake your body, body, move your body, body, shake your body, body, move your body, body. I kind of look like Tyra in that video. That bitch had on that choker and she was, come on, baby, come on, baby, come on, baby, come on, baby, let me. Bitch, Tyra was feeling her beat, bitch. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so hopefully all the haters are gone, and if they're not, and they're still gonna stay and attempt to spread their hatred, then I pray God's healing for your mental. Because I find it very deranged for anyone, especially on the internet, that is free to remain anywhere that they claim to not be a fan of. To remain anywhere and listen to someone that they claim is horrible and does horrible content. You clearly must be a fan and you're dedicated to trolling, which, according to my Bible and the good word that God teaches me, beep, beep. We just might have to leave y'all to y'all own devices, you know? as I've always tried to perpetuate in my classroom, it's all about love. It's all about compassion. It's all about understanding. Come here, Cookie. The people want to see you, baby. It's all about love, compassion, and understanding. This is something that I've tried to do over here. And so if you're not going to be a perpetuator of those principles, get the fuck out! Cookie, say hi to the people. Hey! What's going on, Cookie? What's going on, Mama? Say hi to the people! Whoa! Whoa! Oh, y'all. Oh, no, we finna talk about it. Oh, we talking about everything. Go lay down, Mama. Go lay down. We finna talk about everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. And if you guys see me looking over to the right, it's because I've written notes because I wanted this to be a very concise chat that I'm having with you guys. I wanted to make sure I hit everything because I owe you guys that, you know? We're not gonna lie, and we're not gonna act like Oliver Twixt talking about top model content is not a thing. We're not going to deny that whether you stand on his side or on the opposing team, it was content that everyone really loved. And as the leader of this content, as the curator of the content, I do hold myself responsible for answering to you guys, for talking to you guys. And I'm finally in a place to where I feel like I can do it in a very honest, in a very respectful way. With that being said, in me being honest, I'm pretty sure it's going to upset some people. And honestly, I don't give a good goddamn. Because the people who are going to be upset, who are upset, who will always be upset, you're doing your job. The Bible says, I think, it's definitely a popular song in Black Christianity, which I'm also going to get into. Oh, baby, we getting into it tonight. No cross, no crown, you know? Beyonce herself, her being the deity on earth that she is, still gets think pieces of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people supporting it and believing it. And she's still the queen and the star that she is. And so I'm definitely not above reproach. I'm not above criticism. I'm not above hate. I actually enjoy it because to me, it keeps me honest. It keeps me on my toes. It helps me stay self-aware. And it also lets me know that I'm doing my job. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So I've been gone for a minute when it comes to top model content. And now we're here to address it. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys know what brought me out of hiding. I have this Google alert on my email where anytime my name is mentioned on the internet, it sends me an alert, you know? Something that a lot of influencers, celebrities, people that do things in media, they do because, of course, you want to know what's being said about you on the internet. And so I got this alert about this Reddit article that basically was like, why did Oliver Twixt stop his interviews? Which I've seen it before. I see everything. I read everything. I thank God for blessing me with the confidence and the inner peace to where I don't let the comments really like rile me up, because I know what is truth. Well, I know what is my truth. And honestly, I'm strong-minded enough to say that if I believe it, that's all that really matters. You know, I don't mind being a one-man army. I've never required people to support me or to cheer me on. If I believe it, and I believe in God, and I believe he's going to always direct me in the right path, then that's all that really matters, you know? But anyways, I saw this article, and I'm going to reference this article a lot in my chat tonight. And so I saw this article that said, where has Oliver Twixt been? And I began to read it. And I was like, you know what? This would be a perfect way for me to pull different points from this and talk about what I need to talk about with you guys. And so, let's start back from the very beginning. Why did I begin doing my ANTM interview? So for all of you guys, let's go all the way back. I began doing my interviews in 2020 during the pandemic, the height of the pandemic. And Jay Manuel, who was a longtime personality on the show, had began doing his chats, and all of us fans were like glued in. Media had began covering it, and we were just happy that we were finally getting some type of ANTM content from someone who was there in the modern times, because like myself and so many other people around the world, we fell in love with the show. We love the show. We know the show in and out, and we've been craving the show. And so with him going live and talking about it, we were getting our fix on our guilty pleasure. And I, like so many of you guys out there, began watching it every Friday at noon like he did, to get into the tea, to watch the things. And so at the same time during 2020, I had already signed on as a reoccurring character for the docuseries, the T.S. Madison Experience, that was going to be airing on the mainstream network WeTV, right? It just so happened that our showrunner, i.e. the person who was in charge of our show, while we were filming, David St. John, just so happened to be a longtime producer, one of the top producers, main producers of Top Model, who was also a close acquaintance friend of Jay Manuel. And so while I was filming for that reality TV show and I began developing a relationship with David St. John, he discovered my love for the show. And we would just talk about, I just would like run so many things by him, being a super fan. And he, on his own, without me asking, connected myself with Jay Manuel. It was like, hey, I know this guy. I'm working with him. He's on a new show I'm working on. He's a big fan. You guys should connect. From there, Jay Manuel, and all these things that I'm saying can be fact checked. These are all videos and vlogs and things that I've documented on my social media channels, definitely on my YouTube. So if you want to do your homework and go back and watch some of these, by all means, please do it. Because everything I'm saying is 100% the truth. Anyways, Jay Manuel sent me a book. Out of respect and being grateful, I did a reaction video to it. And then from there, he invited me to come on as a special guest for his last ANTM Live as a super fan to ask questions, And from there, if you were there in the chat, people immediately, which I'm grateful for, began to like go up for my presence, go up for my personality, go up for the questions I was asking. It was a very exciting moment, and I was very grateful for it because it was something I didn't expect. I hadn't asked for anything. This was just things that were naturally coming to me. And as a super fan, and as a content creator, as someone who was beginning their career as a personality by filming this show, it was something I was grateful for. It was something I was excited about. And so after I did his live, people reached out to me and encouraged me to continue to talk about Top Model. I want to mention right around the same time that he was ending his chats, I, sitting at home like everybody else who needed something to do. And granted, I really didn't need anything to do because I was working very extensively in creating content for a lot of celebrities here in Atlanta. A lot of reality TV people like Dr. Heavenly, who's on Bravo's Married to Medicine, Spice, who's on Love and Hip Hop, Shekinah Joe, who's also on Love and Hip Hop. I also did some work with Tiny, who is the wife of T.I. Tip, as well as I did some work with Quad, who's also on Married to Medicine. And I was still working with T.S. Madison during the pandemic, where the iconic sample that is being heard in Beyonce's Cozy was birthed out of me filming it, editing it, and working with them, whatever. This is going on at the same time. But I was like, you know what? People enjoyed me doing it. I really got a lot of free time on my hands. Why not? And the main thing that was motivating me was, as I said in previous chats, I felt like with us getting the weekly reviews or the weekly conversations from Jay and his guests that we were getting, and I'm just going to speak very honest, I felt like we were still not getting the full picture. And for me, being someone who's from the South, where racism and prejudice are huge things, it's almost indoctrinated in Black people to always root for people who look like us, Black people, other people of color, when we see them in television and media, because oftentimes, as history has proven itself, we are often given the short stick. We're not given the same opportunities that other people are given. And so I felt inspired to continue the chats, but approach it in a way to where I could give a voice to some of my favorite people of color, and specifically Black people, the Black contestants who were on the show. And so originally I was only planning to do one Black girl from each cycle, and my approach was, it's going to be the girl that I like the most, my favorite contestant from that cycle, which I did. If you go back and watch, it was, POC, 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 right? At that time, we were only doing these chats on Instagram, right? And so people were like, oh my God, we missed the chat. How can we re-watch it? At the time, Instagram didn't have SEO built into it to where, posts would, populate in the algorithm, whether it was posted today, 6 months ago, 6 weeks ago, such and such. So I thought, okay, well, just like Jay's chats, where he was doing his lives on Instagram, I too can take my lives from Instagram and put it on YouTube, just so the people who follow me, and mind you, Oliver, speak the truth. I was already a known content creator and personality because I had already done things on YouTube by way of the channel Chasing Reality, which averages over 100,000 views per episode. Some episodes I've been on are close to 300,000 views. And so I was like, okay, for the people who follow me and follow Oliver Twixt content, if you missed this live, you can go watch it on my YouTube, a place where I was already populating content, right? Never had any idea that it was going to become a thing. I'm only just responding to the comments and DMs I'm getting, trying to help the people that do follow me, right? Unexpectedly to me, my content just started going viral. One day on my YouTube channel, there's 20 people watching it live, 50 people watching it live. Literally within the span of 2 weeks, I have 1,000 people watching me, 2,000 people watching me, 800 people watching me. And I'm just like, oh my God, what is going on here? And I'm honestly the entire time grateful. Like, I'm just excited and I'm grateful, right? And so as I began to pick up success with those chats, other people, the viewers out there, began to encourage me to reach out to other people, and other contestants started reaching out to me. It was like, hey, we would love to talk to you. You seem fun, you seem cool, let's talk about it and whatnot. And honestly, my original approach, and still what was always my approach. Power off. Oh, girl, you rude. What was my original approach, and still is my original approach, was to talk about my favorite show. I honestly didn't really know too much about people's trauma. And honestly, if we're being honest, if we look back at 2020, the idea that people had been traumatized and had been treated unfairly due to Top Model was not as big as it is now. The amount of, online content, news articles, it wasn't as big. It only started once the pandemic and my chats and Jay's chats started picking up steam, that people honestly started, and people were at home on Hulu, binge watching Top Model, that people began to take a look back and about, oh shit, this looked kind of crazy in terms of where we are now. But of course, we all know back then a lot of things that were going on Top Model were acceptable because we were at the beginning of reality TV, pop culture, all these things were at the beginning of it. And so I was never approaching this content in a way that I'm trying to expose anybody or I'm trying to get to the T in terms of like treatment and trauma and stuff like that. I was honestly being a fan of the show and taking the opportunity to talk to some of my favorite people that I saw on the show, that I've binge watched 100,000 times myself, and asking them about the show. And if you go back and you review my structure back then, it used to be questions that I personally had watching the show before people started watching. Before people started watching and tuning in and started asking their questions, and then I began to incorporate the fan questions because, that's how you engage people. And I wanted people to feel a part of it because I was so grateful for the opportunity and what was being created. I wanted everyone to be a part of it. And so in the very early stages, people were, very supportive people. And let me also take a brief moment to say, while I am using the more negative comments to kind of help me steer this conversation, it would be highly disrespectful, one, to my creator and to the gifts that he's given me and the blessings he's given me in my career in mass media, if I did not recognize that the amount of positivity, the amount of blessings, the amount of great things, the amount of healing, the amount of amazing things my chats have been able to do, not only for me, but for the people who come, for the people who watch, for the content that it has inspired. I'm grateful. And I do acknowledge it. And from my perspective, it's been way more rewarding and positive and great than it has been negative. I'm just using the negativity, or let me not say the negativity, let's say the critiques. Let's say the critiques as a way to steer this conversation. And so people began to thank me. The contestants were thankful. These are things that are documented. People were very excited about it, and people were encouraging me to keep going. And so being at home in the pandemic and me seeing the amount of work, as I say, God's work that was being done, I was like, this is something I probably should be continuing because it's great. Like, people are saying this is great. It's healing. It's informative. It's entertaining. I don't got nothing but time on my hands. Why stop? Let's keep doing it. And so, like I said earlier, I only started posting them to YouTube because people who followed me on Instagram and began following me for the content were saying they were missing it, So I was like, okay, well, let me put it on YouTube so they could be able to rewatch it and not get lost up in the algorithm not the algorithm, but not get lost up in Instagram or get lost in my other posts that I was doing at the time and stuff like that. Let me put it on here. Never had the intentions of ever getting monetized or my channel becoming like a thing. Didn't even think about it. I'm only thinking about trying to serve the people, right? But from there, my channel got monetized, my subscribers grew, and of course, in turn, I started making money from the chats. I didn't put this on my thingy, but I also want to say, while I did start making money from the chats, and I still do make a nice residual amount from the chats, which has inspired me when I start teaching my masterclasses on content creation to other people who want to do what I do, the importance of creating evergreen content. It has been a financial blessing to me, and I'm appreciative of it. And I'm not going to be ashamed for the blessings, again, that God has given me by way of my skills, my gifts, my talents, and what I've been able to organically create from a genuine place. However, baby, I ain't balling. She ain't balling, okay? And it wasn't like I could have just quit my other jobs and, and quit, the other stuff that I was doing to support myself and just do this full time. It wasn't like that. And a lot of chats, specifically from people like Lisa, from people like, what was that other guy's name who went crazy? Adam. There were a lot of chats that due to what they were saying in the chat and the algorithm of YouTube at the time, they were demonetized. I'll tell you guys right now, as I said before, a lot of the chats I did with Lisa D'Amato, I didn't make no money from it because that lady was saying so much shit about people, and girl, it was just like whatever, but I wasn't in it for the money because I was already making money. I've been a content creator full time since 2019. I didn't start doing my chats until a year and a half into my career. Baby, I wasn't homeless before. My lights and shit and water wasn't getting cut off. My rent always been paid. She's always been fed. Cookie always ate good food. I've always been dressed. I've always smelled good. So I wasn't doing it for the money. I was doing it because, like I said before, I felt like I was doing the Lord's work, and so many people were being touched by it. And I will always, listen, I'm a Christian. I love the Lord. When I feel like God is telling me to do something, I'm going to do it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to say the Lisa word a lot. Yeah, well, we're going to talk about Lisa. Because Lisa always be talking about me. She's been talking about me for years, and I've been trying to leave the lady alone, and I'm still not going to really, I don't know what's going to happen when I start talking about Lisa tonight, because I'm only going to be honest, but, you know, shit, and I ain't scared of Lisa. What the hell Lisa going to do to me? I dare her. I ain't scared of that bitch. Yes, the Casey interview, demonetized. All of those interviews, demonetized. But like, baby, I can't get nothing off of that because the people are saying some crazy stuff. You know, saying crazy stuff. So I'm definitely not in it for the money. All right, so we're on that. Okay, so was I in it for the money, for the fame, for the clout? Like I said before my chats, I was already a content creator for a lot of Black celebrities in Atlanta where I was making a lot of money. A lot of money. A lot of money that now I got my accountant and, you know, I'm trying to get my taxes together and I'm like, oh, shit. But, you know, I was young. I didn't really know nothing about finances. I'm figuring out a lot of stuff as I go along, you know, which is okay. Which is it's totally okay. It's totally fine. I thank God for it. And they were paying me well. They were paying me very well. I was already a personality on a huge, huge platform. And before I start talking about that, you know, I'm grateful that my top model chats opened me up to a whole new demographic, right? And in being transparent with you guys, my top model chats opened me up to more of Caucasian people. It opened me up to more people internationally. You know, like, if you guys remember, I'm getting interviews in the Philippines on, like, their top radio stations. It opened me up to, like I said, the Asian culture, European culture, white America. However, before I was opened up to that community, Oliver Twixt was already moving and shaking and was becoming known and recognized within the Black YouTube culture. She was already doing things within the LGBTQ culture. And like I said, if you care to, you can go do your research. I was already getting magazine interviews. I was already getting bookings. I was already traveling around literally the world, performing, getting booked. Now, I ain't saying I was rich, but I was able to sustain myself. My first month, I was already the breakout star of Chasing Reality. Again, a channel that was averaging over 100,000 views. Fox Soul, now that is a huge channel, averages the same amount. And honestly, and this is no shade to them because I love my family at Fox Soul and I love the people who work over there at Fox Soul. Some of the Chasing Atlanta and Chasing Reality content gets more views than a lot of top vloggers. And I was already considered the breakout star on that channel. So I was already someone who was known. And so while I understand people who just became aware of Oliver Twixt by way of the top model chats, and that was your introduction to me, it was already people over here getting into this Black boy magic. You know what I'm saying? And while I'm not saying that to brag. I also have to state what the facts are, you know, in the face of people who try to perpetuate a certain truth that is rooted in what I feel to be hatred, what I feel to be an attempt to discredit my work. You know, I will let you know. Pull it back. And something that I can also prove, I was already getting hundreds of thousands of streams for my music. I was getting streamed on SoundCloud. I don't post on SoundCloud as much as I used to, but I was getting played on SoundCloud. I was getting played down to the YouTube. I've got tens of thousands of views for my freestyles. My freestyle videos on YouTube and Facebook were in the thousands. And then once I got on Chasing Atlanta, it went to the 10,000s. This is all before Top Model. All before Top Model. My first month in launching my merchandise while I was on Chasing Atlanta, I made $1,000 net. First month. And I didn't even have 10,000 followers at that time. I was already a Get Money Bunny. Come jump with her. All my Isaiah Banks fans, what freestyle that's from. And so while I will not ignore the fact that my Top Model chats took my career to a higher place, it wasn't like I was starting at ground zero. Again, I was already signing a contract as a paid personality on a groundbreaking reality TV show, the first reality TV show starring a Black trans woman, as well as executive produced by a Black trans woman, where Tiffany New York Pollard, the icon, was also on our show. Oliver Twixt was also on that show as well. She just wasn't just getting here. Y'all was just finding out. Y'all still with me? Okay. And so let's move on to this Reddit page. So I am paraphrasing some of the things as bullet points to help, again, like I said before, drive this talk that I'm giving. And so in the Reddit page, they said, I tried to parlay my ANTM success into being a social media influencer. Before I started doing Top Model, I had already signed my first deal with Sephora. Remember the bunny? I had already did that. That was already in the works. I was already I already had my celebrity clientele. I was already getting booked for shows. People on the internet, and again, in the Black YouTube culture, and please, guys, I strongly, for the people who are listening, for the people who are listening to critique and to be a hater, even with you doing your job, I still want you to listen to what I'm saying. We all know that there are different subcultures on YouTube, on social media. You got the people that over here, Black YouTube, Black Twitter, Black Instagram, these are things. Black gay YouTube, these are things. Mama was already moving and shaking in those places. I was already getting brand deals and getting opportunities from those things. So again, my approach was never like, ooh, I'm going to use the Top Model content to help further my career. That was never my mindset because I never knew I never knew it was a possibility. I didn't know it was a possibility. Who else like me had done it before? It wasn't like I saw somebody do before other than Jay Manuel, and he wasn't doing it to become no personality. He was just doing it to promote his book. Right? And so help me and pinpoint to where, or help me for the people pinpoint to where I could have had some sort of inspiration that I was going to get rich from this or famous from this. No one had done it before. And it wasn't like I had success doing it in other places. Whereas after my Top Model content, I started doing Jocelyn's Cabaret content because I found success in doing Top Model content. So I was like, okay, well, let me see if I can parlay this into other shows. You can say it for that, not so much for my Top Model stuff. Y'all still with me? Um, I've also seen, from the very beginning, people talk about my interview style, right? You know, some people felt like I was too loud. Some people felt like I wasn't organized. Some people felt like, you know, I shouldn't be doing it. Someone says it's something that Oliver Twixt says. No, I got big lips, and as a singer, as someone who projects, the more I talk, the more I like kind of unlock like, you know, little nasal drip. And so I'm trying to like talk in such a way that I don't got to keep doing that ignorant while I'm on live with y'all, right? But anyways, going back to the thing. From the very, very beginning, I never claimed to be an interviewer. For the people who've been with me from the very beginning for my top model chats, I always profess to be what? A nosy bitch who's not afraid to ask the questions. If you look at my approach to a lot of my early chats, because I didn't view myself as an interviewer, I didn't view myself as someone who was creating content, I viewed it as me just having a chat with someone. Child, I'm in the house smoking hookah. I'm in my robe. I don't got no shirt on. I'm in the bed. I'm rolling over. I'm on the couch. I'm eating food. Because to me, I'm just doing something that I love. I'm having a kiki. You know, we're just having a good time. We're just having a good time here. And so it wasn't until I started seeing people's critiques about, you know, it may be better if you take this more serious. At least that's the idea I got. You know, this may be this may be more enjoyable for the viewer. Which again, my motivation again was to what? Do this for the people who were enjoying it. Okay, so let me take this a whole lot more serious. Let me get a format. Which then that's where the roll call was introduced, and I started incorporating fan questions, and then we had sections and, you know, things like that. I appreciate the people who've critiqued my interview style, because while my original intent wasn't to be an interviewer or someone who was a curator of stories, with the success of my ANTM chats and my other interviews, talking about reality TV shows, my success I've had as a personality in being on multiple different reality TV shows and TV specials on multiple networks, and being hired to come and speak and being invited to come and speak, I'm like, clearly there is a gift and calling within me to do this. Hey, Eddie, my real name, last name Oliver. Hey, Eddie, you may need to take this more serious, because I am a person who respects and fears God. And if this is something that is being parlayed into a project where I'm doing the Lord's work, let me respect him and show him I appreciate what's going on by taking it a whole lot more serious, right? While I acknowledge the critiques of my interview style, in comparing that to the amount of comments that praise my interview style, to me, the negativity was obsolete. Because if you scroll down the comment section, if you look on Twitter, if you look on TikTok, if you look on Instagram, there's an exponential amount of more positive comments praising my style, people who enjoyed my style versus people who did not. However, I still did take it into consideration. I'll take it a step further and say, you know, once I started actually, you know, doing it as a person who, you know, as, what's the term I want to give it? Investigative, news reporting, journalistic content. I've gotten way more views talking about other shows if I was doing it for the views. I hope I'm not getting ahead of myself. I have written here, though, my interviews on other shows have gotten way more than my content on Top Model, which is true. My Jocelyn's Cabaret chats eclipse my Top Model chats. My Jocelyn's Cabaret chats are my top chats on my channel. And those are the chats that make me the most money. Now, while collectively the Top Model chats were more lucrative just because of the volume that I did it, my other chats on Jocelyn's Cabaret, my other chats on Flavor of Love, the one, if you do the math, made way more money than my chats on Top Model. I also want to say, I never forced anyone to join my platform. Never. My approach was always, hey, my name is Oliver. I'm over here doing content on Top Model. We have a community over here. We would love to have you. People say yes, people say no. It then became a time where the contestants, were coming to me saying, hey, Oliver, I would love to talk to you. I started doing Making the Band, and I'm actually going to do Making the Band. I actually binge watched all the seasons a couple of weeks ago just to get it back in my brain. But yeah, we gonna get into all that. We gonna get into all that. Let me stay focused. I never forced anybody to watch my chats. I'm sorry, let me get up and turn this off because that shit gonna get on my nerves. All right. I never was one that really posted marketing content for my chats, especially in the height and the thick of them. I always went live, posted a flyer, and posted shit on my YouTube, and I went on about my business. Oh no, Lyric, you fine, baby, you fine. Thank you so much for that question. And I went on about my business. I was never like, watch me, tune in, subscribe. I never forced anyone to join me. I never harassed anyone to join me. I never forced anyone to watch. I never harassed anyone to watch. It was, if you come, you come. If you don't, you don't. Because this is a hobby. This was something I just enjoyed doing. And I enjoyed the community of people that I was meeting. The comments and the relationships I was able to establish. It was good. I'm a human. Who don't like stuff like that? You would. And we all do. Right? Okay. Now, this is the... And this is the first time that I've seen it, but we're going to take the time to talk about it. Let's take a moment to breathe. Let me breathe. Let me take some tea. I got me some green tea, child, with some ginger. Someone said the girls were the one who promoted it more. Yes, the girls and the people, like you guys out there, promoted it way more than I did. You guys still promote it way more than I do. Are you guys enjoying this? As I breathe to kind of bring me back down, because I don't want ego or anything to seep in, and I want to take a breather because I want to make sure because this is my only time talking about this. We're only gonna do this one time now. Hey, yes, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. No, and as we take this break, I thank y'all so much for the people, like I said, which are in greater amount than the people who be trying to hate on us. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for changing my life. I thank y'all for this opportunity. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful, and I love all of y'all. I love y'all, and I thank y'all so much. So once we get down in the article, I came across this part that said that I was misogynistic. And I'm going to take my time on this part because that accusation is something that is very serious to me. And the Bible says, never let your good works be spoken ill of. And so it's something that I do want to take my time on to actually work through. So here we go. Let's first talk about what misogyny and what it means to be misogynistic means. And these are all definitions I got from certified sources of information that say we should all go to these places to get definitions of words, i.e. encyclopedias, think tank pieces on reputable, highly accredited news outlets. All the things I'm going to speak about misogyny, I pulled from these places. So here we go. Misogyny, the dislike, the content for, or ingrained prejudice against women. Feelings of hating women or the belief that men are much better than women. Misogyny is a way of thinking that upholds the primary status of men and a sense of male entitlement, while subordinating women and limiting their power and freedom. Conduct based on this thinking can include a range of abusive and controlling behaviors, including the R word that rhymes with grape, sexual offenses, harassment, bullying, and domestic abuse. And so, in analyzing the people who were making these claims about myself and my content, I also took a closer look at the examples they use that led them to that statement about me. And I quote, his misogynistic comments and constantly telling women to Kegel to not have a loose pussy didn't help either. I also quote, I'm so glad I'm not the only one bothered by his constant misogyny. Why the fuck would you end an interview where your viewers and interviewees are primarily female by shaming female genitalia? So unnecessary. He also, and I quote, he also went on a tirade doing a Lisa interview about how if you don't like him, you should go play in your mom's pussy and play in your dog's pussy and some other just gross stuff that nobody should say. Tyra, we bind you from doing harm to yourself and harm to others in my Wi-Fi. Before I begin to explain my approach, I first want to apologize. Because I did say those things. And I said it with full chest, full voice. And I stand by them. And so, in being the author of those statements that hurted someone or offended someone, or to some people perpetuated a social issue against women, I apologize. I strongly apologize because those were not my intentions. I do not have a hatred for women. I have the utmost respect and revere for women. Specifically Black women. Black women raised me. Black women fed me. Black women taught me. Black women loved me. Black women currently right now support me. And women in general. Me being a homosexual Black man from the South who grew up in a misogynistic, heteronormative environment, I am a purveyor for all things feminine, female, and everything alike. Because life begins with the woman and is only possible because of the woman. And I've been inspired and motivated, all the things I just said, the aforementioned, by women, right? And so I would never want to and will never intentionally disrespect women or want to perpetuate any negative social constructs that demean women, especially on a misogynistic level. I first want to start off by saying, and I'm not justifying, I'm only speaking what is the truth, right? What is my truth? I come from the South. I come from Florida. I come from Black LGBTQ plus culture, Black Southern culture, Black Florida culture. Well, we say what the fuck we want to say. We say what the fuck we want to say, right? And it's not about attacking anyone per se. It's not about demeaning whatever. Black people, Black gay people, Black Southern people have a very colorful way of describing things. We have colloquialisms and phrases that align themselves with dark humor that within our culture and our community are accepted, right? In saying that, I do understand how it can be offensive to other people. I totally understand that. However, my approach to this content and to everything that I do is just to be myself, which I will always be. I will always be myself. I can't be no other bitch. I just can't. I can't be no other bitch. Me saying pray and Kegel was nothing directed towards women. It was nothing directed towards anyone's genitalia. Me talking about pussy was not a direct intentional statement to a woman and what she had between her legs. The statement, honestly, was just Oliver saying something, child. Talking, right? However, I will say, from these comments, I did notice, and I did take into account that, some things I may say may be misogynistic. And, it's, from the culture I come from, we say these things. So, you know what? Instead of saying, go play, that's why, nowadays, I actually think the top model people saying this. I be saying, well, go play in your daddy ass. I attack the men because I'm team women anyway. So yeah, let's tear the men up. The statements were made out of jest and being comedic and being silly, something that I am every day. I've heard people that I've looked up to in my culture, in my community, say these things. No backlash, whatever. I do feel, while I take responsibility and while I have taken corrective measures since then, I'm always say, be sure to pray and Kegel, because Kegeling doesn't only refer to women. Kegeling, I Kegel. I Kegel. The booty hole can Kegel. We all got assholes. Men, women, dogs, cats. I be seeing Cookie Kegel all the time. We all Kegel. And me saying pray and Kegel, to me, was colorful language for just saying, have a good time, stay focused. I'm trying to keep the content lighthearted because also, and I didn't write this, I just thought when I started doing these chats, we were just going to talk about, well, child, we was filming, this is what, behind the scenes, this what was going on, da-da-da-da-da. I didn't think that people was going to be talking about, child, my mind went crazy and I'm still dealing with trauma and I got scars and stuff like that. I did not know that was the content I was going to get. Hence, if you go back and watch my interviews, bitch, I'm gagging. I'm like, oh, child, this is a lot. And so I felt in my approach to curating the content, let's make this a little bit more lighthearted. Let's keep this let's keep this positive. Let's keep this a little bit, I won't say on the comedic side, but I don't want this to get too dark. I don't want this, to be so heavy. And so I felt like my role in doing this content was to be like a foil to it. Go look up foil, FOIL, in terms of literature and movies, what that role is, right? I strongly feel that while the vast majority of people were able to connect to my soul and connect to my intentions and connect to my character, by way of once these chats started getting heavy, like, girl, I slightly became like a therapist and, helping people. We started talking. Ooh, I've never heard of an electric douche. Oh, no. Girl, how you turn this off? Oh my God. Okay, all right. Bitch. And you want this inside of me. Closet and I are doing a giveaway where everyone who signs up under the link gets a free gift card or toy like these. They come with a remote. Ooh! I feel like Freddy Krueger right now. Closet is an LGBTQ plus run company that aims to promote self-love and acceptance in the community. Closet's name repurposes the term coming out the closet as something to be proud of. Closet doesn't want the closet to be something you hide in, but something you embrace and are unashamed of. The Prostate Pro by Closet is a remote control vibrating prostate massager with perineum stimulation for double the pleasure. Anal Prep School by Closet is a 3 sizes of 100% silicone butt plugs with the ribbed beaded base to enjoy every minute of anal prep. The Dish Pro, an automatic anal dish for the most luxurious cleaning experience. It has body-safe silicone, 3 spray speeds, 5 spouts with anti-backflow technology, and a USB rechargeable cord. I can't believe I'm about to use this. 3, 2, 1! My friends at Closet and I are literally sending out free sex toys and gift cards for toys to everyone who signs up to my giveaway. All you have to do is click the link below, enter your email, and check your inbox for your gift from me and Closet. Come back on into the classroom. Okay, we're going to finish talking about this. So, while I do take in consideration people's critiques of some of my word choices, me using or referencing the female genitalia in some of my clapbacks or in some of my catchphrases was in no way an attempt to be misogynistic or down the woman or the female. Those comments were just a pure reflection of the culture that I come from, right? What we say, I am thankful for my top model chats because it has opened my mind up to other ways of thinking and things that could be offensive. And as a person who works in a public space, I never want to be a perpetuator of things that are offensive. However, a large part of me does feel like the people who are claiming me to be misogynistic are not coming from a place of wanting to protect the woman or the female. I personally feel that the use of or the accusation of me being misogynistic from those people are stemmed solely in an attempt to discredit my work, to demean what I'm doing, to villainize what I'm doing. And what makes me say that is the same people who say that I'm misogynistic are also calling me names, are also, to my eyes and to my vantage point, being conduits of negativity, i.e., attacking people in the comments, calling me out of my name, discrediting my work, discrediting the things I've done, speaking ill things over the future of my content and my career. And so I strongly do feel that my blackness was a problem for a lot of people talking about this pop culture topic. People who were unfamiliar with it, people who were disturbed by it, people who don't like it, people who did not want to understand or did not care to understand it, or who did not care to take into account the good, the visible and very blatant displays of intentions rooted in trying just to have a good time, trying to connect to these contestants, trying to tell their stories, trying to make sure the chat stay positive, not openly telling the people who watch me, don't bully nobody, let's not say that, let's not do that. For whatever reason, some people chose to instantly villainize my approach to the content. They chose to attach their own meanings to the content and to my intentions instead of listening to me, right? As well as taking in my experiences, where I come from, what I'm used to, as well as I never claimed to be an expert. This is something that I've honestly stumbled into, and I'm learning as I'm going, right? And I think something that's always been in the forefront is, as I've gotten critiques, as I've seen things that weren't so great, I've always taken strides to improve, because again, my sole purpose in doing the content was for the contestants and for the people. And so, Eddie, Oliver, you can move yourself out the way and allow the mission and the work to take the center stage. So yeah, okay, maybe don't say that. Maybe da. Now I'm never stop saying Kegel and pray, because Kegeling does not refer to just women, okay? And I stand by that full 100%. So if you're mad at me saying pray and Kegel, continue to be upset, because you're choosing to be upset. Kegel ain't just for, and also, in me saying pussy, in the black culture, in the gay black culture, just like the word bitch, pussy is a blanket term that we just referring to, that we just using. I ain't talking about your actual coochie pop. And for the moments that I did clap back and say, go play in your mama pussy, go play in this, I wasn't talking about everybody pussy. I was talking about the bitches that had the nerve to come say some negative shit about me. You can't slap me and then get mad when I knock your ass out, okay? Don't come talking shit to me and calling me all types of black this and ugly this and why he doing this, and don't expect me to clap back. Yes, go. Don't get mad when you stab me and I'll pull a Glock 40 from behind and blow your ass away, okay? I'm not the girl you ever want to get into a verbal tussle with, because we'll be fighting all night. We'll be fighting all night when it comes to words. I'm never gonna back down. Never. And if you think you can say this, baby, I know 10 words strung together that'll light your ass up. So don't fuck with me. You better think again. And then once you think again, and think 2 more times before you come to my door trying to start a fight, bitch. Because I'm going to rock with you. And trust and believe, you going to get tired way before I get tired. However, I do understand, and also doing that, the importance of when you are placed in a position of influence, that you do have to do corrective things in your approach so that you do not alienate people, right? So from reading these, as I have read in the past, I do try to, curtail some of the things that are indoctrinated in me from hearing, how my people talk and stuff like that. However, on the flip side of that, I do understand how my blackness, how my queerness made a lot of people who love the top model content a little uncomfortable because of the only other people they had heard curate the content, which I'm going to get into. I will go on a limb and say I probably was the first black person, black like this, and not like this, that's a Funky Dineva reference, that started talking about this type of content. For the most part, the majority of people who talked about top model content were more, and I'm just going to say it, white adjacent, which we know is more appealing to the masses, easily consumable. I get it. I understand it. I totally understand it. However, I ain't them. I'm Oliver Twixt, who grew up in Broward County, South Florida, and I listen to Trina and Trick, okay? I listen to Trick Daddy and Trina and Kaya, okay? And Earth, Wind, and Fire, and Patti LaBelle, and I was watching Funky Dineva and T.S. Madison Kaya vlogs, okay? That when a bitch can pump pussy hoe, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to attack nobody. I'm trying to attack the bitch that's coming for me. You know what I'm saying? I do apologize. Let's pull it back. I do feel like the people who were uncomfortable with my honestly overnight success in this genre tried to use trigger words that were very popular at the time: misogyny, gaslighting, trauma, to try to discredit the work that I was doing. I strongly feel that way. And I do feel that a lot of people who were used to a certain face and style were uncomfortable with the amount of success that this black boy, queer boy, loud and proud boy was getting. I do feel like a lot of people out there were like, who the fuck is this? And I'm just going to say it. Who the fuck is this nigga? Who is this nigga? Him. She. Me. And I do feel like a lot of those feelings is what motivates the people who don't like Oliver and his content, and his top model content, to say the things that they say, not because I'm honestly doing a bad job, not honestly because I'm trying to tear nobody down. It's just because my success and the amount of good work that I'm doing, being myself, makes them feel uncomfortable. And what makes me say that, and I'm jumping ahead a little bit and I'm going to get back to it. There are multiple content creators who only talk about the bad, embarrassing moments of top model who have 5, 10, 20 times the amount of views that I have. And I see no one talking bad about them. These people who explicitly say, I am curating this content because it is a part of my job. Content that solely focuses on reacting, discussing, perpetuating, laughing at the trauma that the girls experience on Top Model, the bad makeovers, the accidents, the eliminations, the gag-worthy moments. And I'm not judging them nor discrediting them. I'm talking about the people who watch us. That is the evidence that I have that it's not about the content that I'm doing or necessarily that I'm talking about this, because there are people who have way more success than me, way more views, way more reach, who are making tens of thousands of dollars, money I ain't never seen, talking about Top Model. And don't nobody bother them. Majority of them are white or white adjacent. Majority of them come from white or white adjacent culture. Majority of them profess, I'm doing this to get paid. So why y'all fucking with this little black boy over here saying he trying to do the Lord's work? After I saw the amount of healing that people were getting, and you can go back and watch my interviews, a lot of times I shut the fuck up and allow these people to have their moment. I allow these people to talk. I am the only one for the longest that allowed the contestant to take lead of the content. We never sat down and picked fun of or laughed at this. I'm allowing these people to come on, tell their stories, and tell their side. But the people want to bother me. Which again, like I said earlier, to me, motivates me to say, it had nothing to do with me being misogynistic. The people just got a problem with this black boy who talks like this, who looks like this, who does what I do, being successful in y'all arena. Which is honestly why I continue to show up. Because I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to, because there are a lot of people that look like me, that talk like me, that come from where I'm from, that don't think that think they can't be successful in this space, or approaching content the way that they choose to. And then again, bitch, I ain't scared. And this is where the South Florida black gators come out. Can't no bitch whoop my ass. None of these hoes can whoop me, bitch. I dare you. I double dog dare you. The only thing you can do is type. The only thing you can do is just talk. The only thing you can do is write these Reddit pages, because God has continued to bless us with my little views, with my diminishing views. We've still been able to walk a path of gold and success and blessings because my intentions have always been rooted in a positive place. All right, let's move on from that. Let's breathe. The people were talking about the length of my interviews. Again, I come from Black YouTube. I come from working with people like T.S. Madison. I come from a place of working with people like Funky.Neva. All those things. Again, before I say that, my approach was, bitch, we just in here talking. We just talking, having a good time, chit-chatting, right? In Black YouTube, baby, we love long videos. We love long videos. We love to put that shit on and clean the house. We love to put that shit on and do laundry, to cook, to do our errands, to do other stuff. That's what we love. If you go look at Fox Soul content, hour-long episodes. If you go look at people like Tasha K, who sits at the top of Black content on YouTube, hour-plus long lives. Kempire, hour-plus long lives. Who else? Michelle, what's her name? Michelle from the A. Hour-long plus content. Black content creators in YouTube, it is a part of our culture to do hour-plus long content. And then I'm still doing other things. Me trying to curate the content, film the content, and with the growing popularity of my interviews, I did not have time to sit there and edit all that stuff out. And I felt like if I take something out, I may be taking out something that somebody may want to hear. Okay, so listen, I ain't forcing nobody to watch me. I'm not forcing nobody to come over here. You watch whatever the hell you want to watch. You can click or don't click. I don't give a fuck. My lights ain't finna go off. And one, and two, I don't have the time to edit it. And then the people, child, the top model fans who love, child, they was DMing me, they in my comments, they emailing me, they hitting up the people who work for me. Where's the interview? Where's the interview? Okay, so to avoid all that, I'm just gonna put the shit up. Y'all watch it. Here you go. Here's what you want. I'm turning it around quick because I don't got the time to sit down and watch it and edit it. I don't got that time. I don't. And then I also didn't see no one complain about the length of Jay Manuel's interviews. Jay Manuel's interviews were about the same length as mine. And if my interviews were long, 9 times out of 10, it was a direct result of the contestant just speaking and expounding and us having a good time talking. Which, in my opinion, in my perspective, for the people who are enjoying the content, this is an amazing moment because you're getting the time that you've always wanted with the people that we love. I didn't see nobody talk bad about Jay's interviews being so long and not edited. And Jay ain't even put no intro, no music, no nothing. He just slapped his shit up there and said, well, girl, buy my book. And I ain't talking bad about Jay. I think Jay, I don't got no problems with Jay Manuel. I don't got no problems with him. We just talking. He just slapped his shit up and said, hey, go get the modeling, whatever the name of the book was. It's somewhere over here. Somewhere. Go get my book. I ain't seen not one person complain about the length of his interviews or how he was doing it. And I'm trying to at least make the people happy again. Which makes me say it's not about that necessarily my interviews were long or my interview style was so bad or I'm saying all these offensive things. You just mad it's me who doing it. And you just mad that it's a whole bunch of people out here supporting me doing it. And on top of that, I'm also a person of intentions, right? What is the intention behind this? Because there's been some people who enjoy my content who reach out and say, oh my God, Oliver, I love your content. I love what you're doing. Why don't you try this? It's still a critique rooted in trying to be constructive, not trying to tear me down or try to attack me or try to villainize or demean what I'm doing. Okay, another comment, same Reddit page. Glad someone noticed he forgot a lot of major details or messed them up altogether at times. There were some good topics he could have gone into, but would have been asking them to try to remember what happened 15 years ago and tell them. I mean, to be fair, it's a ton to go through, but still he could have done some more research or rewatched closer to his interviews. 1, I'm a human goddamn being. And 2, my approach still is, bitch, this ain't my job. You know, like, I'm just having fun over here. You know, so, bitch, you either can take it or you can goddamn leave it. And then after a while, once they grew in popularity, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to let the fans dictate the interview, you know? Plus, in me, and this was probably my fault, in me trying to keep people happy who were craving the content and me trying to meet the demand that I was receiving in churning out the content, it was just like, okay, schedule it, let's go loud, let's talk about it. I'm going to use the fan questions to kind of guide me and whatnot. I'm trying to make the people happy. And so I do apologize and I take responsibility that in an attempt for me to appease the demand that I was receiving from people to get these interviews out. Yes, a lot of times, bitch, I was forgetting stuff. And then honestly, if the people remember, I was doing interviews every day at one point in time. Every day. When I got time to go binge watch something. It's 24 seasons of Top Model. Over 300 contestants, I believe. Close to 300, something like that. So many moments. I'm going to forget something. I ain't seen nobody talk bad about Shea Coulee, who I love, who invited me on her platform multiple times to talk about models. Shea Coulee and then was over there fucking up the Top Model diaspora, tearing it to pieces. I don't see nobody talking about Miss Mojo, who only makes content to make money. Miss Mojo and their channels, who I love Mojo, I love Miss Mojo, but these channels whose only mission is to monetize, fuck up Top Model facts. They chopping them up. I don't see nobody bothering them. And then the other comment that I saw, let me calm down, my voice getting hype. Let me breathe. Are you guys enjoying this? Let me know if you're enjoying this. People started expecting so much from me when it came to these Top Model chats. People started holding me to a standard and saying it got to be done like this. You got to do it like that. You got to do it like this. But then when I asked the people to, But then when I asked the people to send badges or super chats or subscribe to my channel to watch it, the same people who were requiring me to do so much work don't want to pay. And we're going to get into the monetization of this entire situation, right? So again, remember, these chats were not birthed out of me trying to create a name for myself. This is just me being nosy, not afraid to ask the questions, wanting to give the black girls a platform. Then I'm trying to make the people out there who are around the world during the pandemic, who are locked up, closed up, afraid of dying, turning into a goddamn zombie, who are saying Oliver. And I got hundreds. I still got cards here in my house thanking me. Oliver, we thank you so much for doing your Top Model chats. We thank you for the words of wisdom you gave people. We thank you for these moments. We thank you for curating your stories. We thank you. 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 I'm trying to meet the demand, right? I'm trying to control the popularity that I'm now getting. And so I can't sit on live all day while I'm interviewing someone, and once I go to the fan question part, I can't read every comment. We'll be here all day. And then the people who say the content is too long, they finna be complaining. I'll literally be here all day trying to answer questions. It used to be hundreds of people in this live Instagram when I went live talking with people about Top Model. Hundreds of people. So, in my brain, okay, a way that you can answer the questions from the people who really, really, really are caring about the content, tell them to get a badge, which was only 99 cents up to, I think, like $3.99. That way, as the comments, the hundreds of comments are flying through to the people who are very connected to the content and are supporting the content, let me thank them by reading their question. And honestly, the badges just became a way of me being able to organize myself as I was doing the interviews. Because when you buy a badge, it pops up next to your name. Okay, so for the people who are really supporting this, I'll ask your question. I can't sit here and ask these people everyone's question. I can't. I'll be here all day. And again, I never demanded that anyone buy a badge. I say, hey, if y'all want to ask a question, and then let's go back. I always used fan questions as a way to curate the interview. Okay, if there's one I missed, or if you missed out on the opportunity to put your question down in the comment when I posted the flyer, here is your opportunity. Here is the way that I can still facilitate this interview, control my nerves, keep the guests connected to the moment, make sure I'm watching the lights, I'm watching my battery. Let me answer the people who are getting badges, because as it's scrolling through, I can see it easy. Never demanded it from it. Never demanded anyone had to buy a badge. Never. Find a time that I did, and I promise you, I'll cash out you $1,000 where I demanded someone pay for anything as related to my top model content. Send it to me. I'll send it to you immediately. Where I demand it. Where I made it a requirement. Then there were people who were complaining about it being behind a paywall. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, on YouTube, they rolled out a feature that's very popular now, where if people, content creators could create exclusive content similar to, what's that platform? Patreon, OnlyFans. They could put certain exclusive content behind, the paywall, for the people who really supported them as another way to make money, right? Again, I'm already making my money. I was making money before I started doing Top Model. I ain't talked about Top Model in the volume that I used to, and I make more money. Never was getting into the Top Model game talking about Top Model content because I was trying to get rich or get a coin. I was already counting and mounting, in the words of Shangela. Hallelujah. The only reason why I place the content behind a paywall on YouTube, and hear me clearly when I say this, my workload in other areas had increased. So, and I wanted to answer to the people who wanted edits. People wanted pictures placed on the videos. People wanted graphics. They wanted all this stuff placed on it. And me wanting to make you guys happy and wanting to make my content digestible by you people, because what? I am grateful for your presence. I'm grateful for your views. I'm grateful for your support. Okay, Oliver, at least try to put some effort into it, right? If you say you care about the people, I'm going to try to put in the work, okay? So once I go live, let me take this down. Before I even say that, in doing these lives on Instagram, I don't know what is encoded in the Instagram videos from lives, but trying to download that live from Instagram is a headache. It is a headache. And like many social media platforms, TikTok does it, at least I believe, and a lot of content creators out there believe it. TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, we all believe that original videos captured on the platform has some type of encoding that makes it very difficult to maximize on other platforms. I.e., taking a TikTok video that has the TikTok watermarks on it and placing it on Instagram or another platform. It literally takes overnight for me to export a video, put it into Final Cut, and export it out. It takes hours. And now at that point, I'm now trying to edit this content that takes hours and hours. So, as a way to circumvent people who were requiring that I turn the content around in less than 24 hours, while I am editing this in the time that I can find between my real jobs and my real sources of income, if you want to watch the content so bad, content that I really do not have to do, I wasn't hired to do, I'm not contracted to do, This I'm doing out of the kindness of my heart, and I'm prioritizing this in my life. If you want to watch it so bad and you cannot wait until I edit it, make it look nice, try to put the pictures on it, I'm putting the pictures flashing back to the girls, got the photo shoots and all this other stuff. If you can't wait and you just got to see it, pay this little small ass fee down to the YouTube and watch it in its unedited form. I never required anybody to watch it. I never required anybody to pay. I never demanded or expected anybody to do that. I just said, as I try to make the viewing experience better for Oliver Twixt and the A&TM content by taking my time to edit and add photos and add sound effects and add all this other stuff that the people were critiquing me on not having. If you want to watch it so bad and you didn't watch it when I went on Instagram Live, here it is right here. You can watch it on here. And then I had to stop doing it on Instagram because if you followed them, sometimes some of my lives would get lost on Instagram, i.e. the Giselle interview that for whatever reason I couldn't download it, I couldn't save it, and I was like, I'm getting tired of this. So and then some of you guys know that sometimes it would be difficult for people to go live with me on Instagram, whether it was connection issues, whether it was Instagram blocking it for whatever reason. And it was easier for me to record it on StreamYard, connect it to my YouTube channel. That way I got a hard copy of it through StreamYard, regardless of what happens on Instagram or YouTube. I got a hard copy of it that I can download and edit. And for those people who want to watch it, you can pay this fee. I ain't trying to get rich. I wasn't trying to be difficult. I wasn't trying to make a money grab. Because like I said to you earlier, it wasn't like I was getting a bunch of money. Yes, that's what birthed me saying, Tyra, we bind you from doing harm, because we would have all these internet issues on Instagram. Tyra, we bind you from doing harm. Harm to yourself and harm to others and harm to our Wi-Fi. Tyra, we bind you for doing harm. Harm to yourself, harm to others, and harm to our Wi-Fi. Tyra, we bind you from doing harm. Harm to yourself, harm to others, and to your Wi-Fi. Again, just another funny thing to ease an uncomfortable moment of having a technical difficulty so that people can be entertained and happy. I only placed it behind the paywall on YouTube as a way for those people who were able and willing. If you want to watch it while I'm over here editing it or trying to find time to edit it, here you go. You can watch it in its raw form with all the glitches and the people phones dying and shit fucking up. Here you go. And so that is the end of me. Well, it ain't the end, because we still got some more things to get into. We still got some more things to get into. Buckle in, okay? Because we got to talk about Mother Lisa D'Amato. And I know she's going to see this because she doesn't have anything better else to do but to keep my name in her mouth. Like, me and Lisa's run-in happened, back in 2020, 2021, and the lady still is still in 2023 talking about me. We gonna talk about it. We get into it. All y'all questions I seen, we get into it. So, why I slowed down from doing the chats? Here is the main reason. Because honestly, while, again, I use the negativity and the critiques to author this discussion, I can give a fuck what a bitch got to say about me, honestly. Because every day I wake up, all I see is new mercies and blessings. I've never been a person growing up who's cared about what other people thought. I just didn't. And I thank God for placing that trait inside of me. I've never cared. If it makes me happy and I feel like I'm doing something good, we're going to continue to do it. Because I ain't scared, because can't damn bitch whoop my ass in my brain, you know? And if you think you can, you going to know you was in a fight. Whether it's physical, verbal, you going to know you was in a battle if you come over here messing with Oliver. Because I don't bother nobody. At least I try not to, you know? And when I do, anytime that anybody has in these chats, Lisa, anybody has said that I've done something to offend them, my immediate response is to apologize and try to neutralize the situation. What is that you need from me? Because I'm strong. I don't require that much from people. As long as I got my Jesus and my beauty, and Jesus, in my brains and my time, baby, I'm okay. I'm good. I don't need validation from other people. Never, it's nice. It feels good, but I don't need it. Shit. I think my opinion means a lot, and my opinion on myself is great. So, fuck it, right? But going back into it, come back. The main reason why I slowed down from doing my top model chats is because, bitch, I did almost 150 of them. I didn't talk to everybody. Almost. We done got Tyra up in here one time for a little piece. We didn't talk to I think my count may be up to, somebody tell me if you know what the count is. I don't even know. But I do know at one point we were above like 125, and I think I may be at like 130 or something like that. I have single-handedly done over 130 plus videos, interviews, talking to people about America's Next Top Model. Shit. I didn't talk about it enough. I didn't talk to everybody. And I didn't talk about it 130 times. Low-key, I got bored talking about it, It was the same stories, and not saying no story was greater or better. It's just, these are things that we've heard, I've talked to everybody. The amount of people that I hadn't talked to decreased. And so, whereas I was doing it every day, I'm lucky if I'm doing it once a month because I talk to everybody. Other people have either said no, other people have either backed out, or I can't find them, right? And then I started popping in other stuff. So my attention started going to other places. I got more clients. I started working with Candy. I was the executive producer and editor of a whole talk show on the network, Turned Out with T.S. Madison, where I was on set every day. I'm up editing footage. I'm answering the phone calls from the network. I'm assisting with talent. I'm curating the content. I'm coming up with the questions. I'm making sure the cameras are working. I'm making sure that we getting all the footage, all the sound. I'm making sure the edit is right. I'm correcting the edits from any notes the network is sending over. I'm coming up with the promo. That was my job. And I did all of those tasks by myself. I ain't have time to talk about and do top model. I just ain't have time because if everybody say I'm in it for the money, bitch, Fox Soul was paying me. Hey, bitch, I missed that Fox Soul check. Shit, that was a nice piece of change for a week. So yeah, I can't really fuck with y'all. Too much. Lisa around here saying Tyra ain't feeding her baby. The video was getting demonetized. These people over here talking about trans stuff, ain't women. Adam around here burping, falling out, throwing up, drunk. The people just carrying on. Let me get to, hey, which I think is fair. I gotta feed myself. Cookie want to eat little organic kibbles and bits. I got my own dreams and goals and aspirations. I gotta go make my money. I gotta go get on this pole. I don't think nobody on this earth would stay and do something when there's a greater opportunity to go do something else, especially when it comes to making money. I don't think nobody would forfeit that opportunity in that time. I was on TV. I've been on TV this entire year. I was filming. I was gone filming for The Circle. I've traveled with Miss Pat. I traveled with Dr. Heavenly. I traveled with T.S. Madison. I started doing content for Candy. My brand deals was increasing. My workload was increasing. So I didn't have as much time anymore to talk about Top Model or to put the focus into Top Model or my YouTube channel. I was gone from my YouTube channel for some months because, baby, we making money doing other stuff because I still got goals and aspirations that I got to check off myself. You know what I'm saying? The other thing, too, is a lot of things within the first 10 years of me being Oliver Twixt, and I'm saying from me being a teenager moving here to Atlanta to this year makes 10 years I've been here in Atlanta. While I am so proud of the success that I've gotten, I mean, literally work that I've curated and edited out of my own creativity landed on Beyonce's album. I have so many things to be grateful for, so many accolades, so many moments. I must admit and say that a lot of those, majority of those things were birthed out of a place where I wasn't necessarily focused on achieving that. And while I still do my content and I create my art out of a place of me enjoying it, me loving what I do, as I do get older and I move forward and I see and I learn more about the industry, I become more confident in myself. I arrived to a place that, hey, I got to start moving like a businessman in this because my natural born gifts and talents are making me money, and it's making me a lot of money, and it's placing me in large places. Me going live on Instagram and on YouTube from the comfort of my home in a robe, burping and doing all my stuff landed me. Let's take that back. It inspired a whole movement, okay? And I ain't never really said this, but I'm gonna say it today because y'all not gonna shut this black boy up. You're not. There was nobody really talking about the treatment that the people experience on Top Model. There was nobody really talking about the treatment of reality stars. I will almost go out on a limb and say I was the first one whose content was strictly focused on talking to the personality and delving into their story. I wasn't sitting back watching no compilation video, and I'm not judging the people who do it. I'm just speaking my truth. I wasn't sitting back watching no compilation video laughing at people. I wasn't sitting back watching these videos saying, well, they should have did this and why they did this and they should have done that. A hee hee ha ha. Her hair cut off. She fell off the runway. That wasn't my approach. I'm talking to the person and allowing them to tell their own story. People who were never given an opportunity before. There was no one really doing that before I did it. And now since I've done it, and listen, ain't no hate or malice or jadedness in my heart because you know what's for me is for me, and I feel like I've gotten amazing things that I'm grateful for because I came into this not expecting anything. So everything that I've gotten honestly has been a blessing that has blown my mind. We're not going to act like this content that me sitting right here did not inspire a whole bunch of people. We're not going to do that because you can't. The people from ABC, Nightline, Hulu that called Lisa and gave her an opportunity. The same people in networks that are calling around to try to get more Top Model content. All of the top, and you can Google this, all of the business insiders, all of the top reputable news outlets will tell you they were inspired it was from watching me and my extensive content and the work that I was putting in that inspired all of these greater bodies of work to be birthed. Nothing that I am assuming. These are things that were told. The same people who gave... Calm down, Eddie. The producers of ABC Nightline. Yeah, Oliver, we saw you. We've been watching you. We watch all your content. We didn't know until we watched you and your content. The news articles had no choice but to start giving me my credit. They had no choice, because where else are you getting these stories from? They exist nowhere else but on my YouTube channel. I said all that to say, let me bring it back. I started seeing myself be successful in so many different mediums. I found mainstream success in journalism through Top Model, through Joslin's Cabaret videos. All of the videos, damn near, majority of my Joslin's Cabaret videos are over 100,000 views, upwards to 200,000 views. The clips of me talking about Flavor of Love, over 100,000 views on multiple platforms. Content that I've created for other people landing on Beyonce's album, and not content that I was given a rubric or editing script for. Content that I said, it should look and sound like this, landing on Beyonce's album. My work going viral with Monique down to Fox Soul. Again, content that no one said, hey, Oliver, put this in here, do this. No, this is Oliver Twixt sitting down and saying, this is what it should look like. I started finding so much success and honestly lost opportunities to be lucrative that I said, okay, you know what, Eddie, you need to take a step back and you need to restructure and you need to reshape and you need to refocus. Because I'm not finna be like one of those black entertainers that I'm dying saying, well, child, you know, I'm not finna be like, what's the icon's name? Lil Richard. They stole my, no ma'am. That's not finna be me. Especially if the people are benefiting from my work, my creativity, things that were birthed out of here and here. No, ma'am, I need to take a step back and I got to rethink this. So yes, as now an entertainer, as now a personality, full-time, well, still full-time, but who has done things, yes, I would be a dumb idiot if I did not take time to step back and say, okay, how can I continue to do my work and keep it rooted in telling people stories? But yes, how can this now benefit me? Because other people are benefiting off of it. Other people are taking what I'm doing and taking the things I've created and are taking my ideas and are taking my style and are being inspired by me and are making tens of thousands of dollars. Yeah, Miss Oliver, it's something that your ass need to do. Something you ain't doing right. So yes, I said, you know what? Let me take a break on doing content on YouTube, period. I need to restructure. I need to regroup. I need to refocus. Because if I say I want to be this big personality and I want to take my career to the next level, there are things that I need to do. There are infrastructure that I do have to put in place. If I'm saying I am a businessman, and this comes from being around people like Candy, like Miss Pat, like Dr. Heavenly, being connected with people like Carlos King. Yeah. The other people get into it. So why is it a problem when she does? Again, leading me back to the people that critique and villainize and hate on Oliver Twixt doing top model content. It's not about those things that people say. In my opinion, it's rooted in, who is this nigga? Another thing that stopped me from kind of doing it was the drama online. And I'm talking directly to Lisa D'Amato when I say this. Because I know she's going to send it, and I know that people are going to send it to her. Lisa D'Amato has gone on multiple large platforms, going out of her way to mention my name and what I do. And I am glad that the people who are familiar with my content, and who are familiar with Oliver Twixt and his in his personality and his character defend me. I'm grateful, thankful to God. But I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say how I feel because it's my last time talking about it. Because I'm gonna tell y'all where we moving into, right? This white woman getting on these large platforms, going out of her way to talk bad about this black boy. That's how I see it. And no one can tell me I'm wrong for seeing it that way because that's how I see it. And I see it that way because, and she's not the only person, but she's the main person. When my platform was benefiting you and your intentions in spreading hate and attacking Tyra and perpetuating these stories that I never, if y'all go back and watch my interviews with Lisa, baby, I'm sitting back just letting her go. The first chat I think we did about All Stars, Mama talked, I think, uninterrupted for about an hour, where I just sat back and said nothing. I never asked her to talk bad about Allison. I never asked her to talk bad about Tyra. I never asked her to talk bad about these people. I never forced her nor perpetuated her to say the things that came out of her mouth because she's not only said it on my platform, she said it on her platform. She does it on other people's platforms. This is her mission, her goal, her vice in life. Have at it, mama. I don't do well with people trying to bully me. Because again, I'm a black, homosexual man from the South, used to this type of treatment. My only response, I ain't gonna say my only response because it wasn't my response. My first response is to kill, steal, and destroy. Because, bitch, I ain't fucking with you. And you didn't have a problem with me until Tyra publicly acknowledged me, something that you've been fighting for years, and Tyra continues to pay you dust. That's not my problem. You wanted me to jump on this diss song with Tyra about Tyra. I said, Mama, that's not really my thing. Because for some reason, people like Lisa felt like because people were coming to my platform telling their stories that I had to adopt their feelings. Like I said multiple times, Mama, I wasn't there. I don't think it's fair for me to adopt an opinion based off someone else's story that I was not there to experience myself. And just because this person treats you this way, or you've had that experience with them, it is unfair for me to adopt someone else's feelings and not give you a chance. I.e., Lisa, if that was the case, I would have never fucked with you from the very beginning. But because I am, again, trying to do the Lord's work, trying to give people an opportunity, trying to tell these stories, I gave you a chance and allowed you and myself to develop our own relationship. After the interview about Cycle 5, Mama was always in my DMs sending me stuff. And I'm like, okay, girl, like, okay. The interview was done. Baby, I ain't finna, all right, cool. No, I'm not doing no diss song about Tyra. I ain't doing that. She never publicly had an issue with my content. She never privately had an issue with my content, was still trying to collaborate with me, was still trying to come to my platform, was still trying to get me to come to her platform because she was seeing the success I was having. Hence, some of the messages between her and I, messages I've never put out where she was adamant that I come to her platform on her YouTube because she was trying to build her following, because she was seeing the community and the support that I was getting. You wanted to take advantage of what we were doing over here to aid you in your mission. And when I said no, and when I was getting what you wanted, which was acknowledgement from Tyra, it was a problem. She never said anything to me about being offended, that she didn't enjoy it until Tyra publicly acknowledged me. Then she reverse engineered all of these issues with me, and now I was rolling my eyes and I got a problem. And I'm just going to say to y'all straight, bitch, I don't know you. They say I got 2 minutes left. Oh, we're going to finish this tonight. This is going to be a long interview. This is my last time talking about this. So we're going to finish this. Y'all come on back. Stay on up. And if you don't want to stay up, we're putting this on my YouTube channel so you can watch it. I'm going to end this now, and I'm going to take a breather because I'm slightly getting hyped. I need to get back to the original message so I can let y'all know what we're doing, and we can close it out, and we can move on to greater things. But I got to take the time to talk about it because I never talk about it. I always try to take the high road. I always try to speak positivity. But this woman has jumped on interview, platform, interview, saying my name, can't take... I was going to say something that was misogynistic. I'm learning my lesson. I ain't going to say it. Can't keep my name out her mouth. Who was watching the children? Who is tutoring the children? Who is watering the grass? Who is paying the light bills? The same woman who said she got porn stars, dingling, yeah. Who was showing all the people at ABC the porn stars that was in the house where she raises her children. I'll be back. I've never heard of an electric douche. Oh no! Girl, how you turn this off? Oh my god. Okay, all right. Bitch! And you want this inside of me. Closet and I are doing a giveaway where everyone who signs up under the link gets a free gift card or toy like these. They come with a remote. Ooh! I feel like Freddy Krueger right now. Closet is an LGBTQ plus run company that aims to promote self-love and acceptance in the community. Closet's name repurposes the term coming out the closet as something to be proud of. Closet doesn't want the closet to be something you hide in, but something you embrace and are unashamed of. The Prostate Pro by Closet is a remote control vibrating prostate massager with perineum stimulation for double the pleasure. Anal Prep School by Closet is a 3 sizes of 100% silicone butt plugs with the ribbed beaded base to enjoy every minute of anal prep. The Dish Pro, an automatic anal dish for the most luxurious cleaning experience. It has body-safe silicone, 3 spray speeds, 5 spouts with anti-backflow technology, and a USB rechargeable cord. I can't believe I'm about to use this. 3, 2, 1! My friends at Closet and I are literally sending out free sex toys and gift cards for toys to everyone who signs up to my giveaway. All you have to do is click the link below, enter your email, and check your inbox for your gift from me and Closet. Part 3. Part 3, child. We wrapping up, child. We wrapping up. I'm almost done. We finishing talking about my absence from Top Model. If you've missed out on the first 2 lives, I will be putting this on YouTube where you can watch. Hopefully it can air tomorrow. But we are back on talking about what motivated me to stay away. And I mentioned Lisa D'Amato. The woman who came on my platform and without approval from Angelique, without approval from Allison, talked about things related to medical issues, spreading their traumas publicly without their permission. talking about people being mentally deranged and people not passing their psych exams and people having gonorrhea and people fucking and hoes and being hoes and stuff like that. The same woman who online professes that she's so traumatized by people exploiting her trauma. So what the fuck you think you doing on my platform and other platforms telling these other women's business? You doing the same thing that you're claiming has been done to you. You are the same woman who came on my platform and said all these things in the comments, tore your ass to pieces to the point where you were begging me to take it down. No, bitch, I ain't taking shit down. I ain't taking shit down. You said it. You came for Laura's daughter. You took something as petty as top model issues, and you spoke about Laura's daughter and her parenting skills. You did. You volunteered that information. The moment that I stepped out of what you wanted in your mission to tear down Tyra and all these other things, and listen, mama, that's your thing. That's what you want to do. Do it. Because I wasn't there. I don't know what's true or not. I don't know. You then begin to reverse engineer and attack me online and created this whole uproar. Instead of being a grown-ass woman, if you were really mature and very serious, picking up the phone and saying, hey, Oliver, this is my problem with you. But instead, you wanted attention and you took it to the internet and created this whole firestorm. And I still never read her. When I did that live, I was like, just tap me when I get to a place because I want to be able to defend myself and I want to be able to respond to this, but I still don't want to hurt this woman who was clearly hurt and bruised and broken and who was reveling in that. Even after all of that, this woman still returned back to my DMs asking for collaborations. And I got the screenshots. If I was so evil and I was so twisted and I was so negative and all these things after you've gone on a public tirade on Tasha K and all these things, you still return back to my inbox requesting multiple times for us to do more content on your channel. And when I asked you, I said, Lisa, and I'm paraphrasing, I said, Lisa, we don't got no problems, we cool, but don't tag me in your shit. I don't want to be tagged in your stuff. I don't want to be associated with what you and what you got going on. Because, bitch, I don't like you. And I don't agree with what you're doing. You've attacked me publicly multiple times. As of this year, still got my name in your mouth. And so, as twisted as you claim I am and how insignificant I am for you to be this multi-million rich woman in that dirty-ass, nasty castle with strippers and porn stars doing God knows what, which I know because the people down to the job told me what you was sending them and telling them, you still find the time to talk about me. You still find the time to villainize and attempt to tear me down. And I already know me. I try to be real cool and calm on the internet spaces. But like I said in this video and in other parts, I'm still a black homosexual male from the South. Bitch, I fight bullies. And before I get on the internet and taint the good work that is still doing good work, that has blessed people, that has given me opportunities, that has given other people opportunities. It's people getting modeling jobs from coming to talk to me. It's people that, Oliver, we thank you for doing an interview with me because now I'm doing this. Now I'm doing this. Now I've reconnected with this. Now I feel better from doing this. Instead of me getting online and ripping Lisa to pieces like I wanted to multiple times, I said, you know what? Let me back away. Let me just back away because, bitch, you thought Tyra traumatized you? You thought Tyra got you fucked up? Because, bitch, I ain't did nothing to you. Except try to give your ass, your crying, begging ass, an opportunity. Bitch, I have you around here. Y'all don't know that side of Oliver. That side, I left the mean girl stuff back in high school and college. But when I do get fed up, I don't mind hitting the bully first, verbally or in other ways. Leave me alone. So I said, you know what? Let me just leave this shit alone because I already know me. And the people already say I'm misogynistic and I'm all this. After I get done lighting Lisa ass up, I'm gonna be everything except for a child of God. So let me kill my ego and just back the fuck up out of this before I mess up anything. Let me shut the hell up because this woman who's done all this negative stuff still has come back and begged me to come do content with her and got mad and blocked me when I told her no and then continued to talk negatively about me. But I was so twisted and I did all this and I've done all this, but you come back and want to do content with me. And we've made up and we've talked and hashed things out. And all I said was, don't tag me. And no, I don't want to. No, if you want to do content, we got to do it this way. Again. And then she stood on the platform by saying, Oliver is monetizing off of our trauma and he's only what did she say? He's profiting off of all of our trauma. But you're going to all of these big platforms, one, because your platform isn't strong enough unless you're talking about Tyra Banks and Top Model. No one gives a fuck about you. You're going on all of these other platforms that are only in it for the money. Tasha K. And I don't got a problem with Tasha K. I just talked to her the other day. Because she only doing her job. You're going on all these other platforms. You're doing the television. You were on the same special that I was on. And again, that was birthed out of me doing this, Miss Mamas, where you did not get paid. And so that tells me your gripe wasn't that I'm monetizing, profiting off of people's trauma, or that I'm twisted. Your gripe is one, bitch, you can't control me. I stood up to your ass and I will continue to stand up to you. And you only want to perpetuate your story. And mama, if that's your story, you can have it. I'm still not going to say you right or wrong. I mean, I think all of us with two eyes and a good brain and a good heart know what's going on. Just leave me out of it. Leave me out of it. Don't say my name. Because it's rooted in an evil place. It's not about championing for people. No, you want attention, which is why your ass kept going back to Tyra. If Tyra would have locked my ass up in the closet at her TV show, you think I would have been on All Stars? You think I would have been, if all this trauma, your ass wasn't crying that hard when they took the title away from Angelique and your ass flew back to Los Angeles to get the money in the contract. Your ass wasn't crying that goddamn hard. Your ass ain't that traumatized that every time somebody call you to talk about Top Model, unpaid, your ass is on the first fucking flight to come talk about it. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. And so in closing, baby, I had to get up out of it. I just said, you know what? Because I just don't want to be that person that tears her a new one. Because it won't be surviving Tyra to be surviving Oliver Twixt, bitch, because I don't do well with bullies, and I don't do well with people that when I tried to be cool with you and be peaceful with you, you want to come out and publicly swing with me, bitch, you'll lose every time, because I'll knock your ass out, because I'll expose what really be going on in that broke ass, flea infested, rotting down castle that your ass put on Peer Space to make money from. I'll say what's really going on from what I can confirm. I ain't telling you what I heard, I'm telling you what I know. Because the same people you talk to and you be saying all this shit, they send the stuff around. And they definitely send it to me. And I ain't never said nothing about it because I don't want to be perpetuated. You know what? And I would never do it. Lord, I hear you. I'm sorry. Pull it back. I'm sorry. I would never do it. All I'm saying is just leave me alone. And that's the reason why I had to pull out of talking about top model. Because, bitch, I've been told this white woman feelings up. And I'm just being real. I love everybody, but don't try to come parade your white womanness on my blackness and think I'm just gonna sit down and say, yes, ma'am, no, bitch. You hit me, I'm gonna knock your ass out. And instead of doing that, you say, you know what? Let me leave. 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 You can have it. Because we got other stuff going on in other places, baby. You can have it. Mama, you can have it. It's yours. You can have it. So where are we now? Damn, that felt good. I've been holding that there for so long because I've been trying to keep the peace. And I don't want people, because y'all tell Lisa ass up enough. And I still ain't really been into her the way I want to or that I feel like she deserves. It felt good to let just a little bit out. Just a little bit out. Just a little bit out. Anyways, where are we now? So I first want to apologize. Honestly, no, for real. I do want to apologize to anyone that's ever been offended by my content as it relates to Top Model. You know, my Top Model content was and still is rooted in me wanting to do the Lord's work and me me not wanting good things spoken negative of. However, I will say it is through my success in Top Model that I learned no matter what you do, no matter what you try, no matter how good of intentions you try to operate in, when someone is married and dedicated to an idea and thought of you, they just are, you have to leave them to your own devices, you know? If I'm a lion, why sit there and argue with a fucking donkey ass, jackass of a person and people? Why? I'm the foolish one at that point. If I know what is true and I know what is to be true and I know I've tried everything in my best and I've tried to operate in good intention, I've tried all that, why am I still trying to rationalize with an irrational situation? Talking about Top Model online taught me that, because no matter how many people, hundreds of people have come on my interviews and said, Oliver, we thank you for the work you're doing. No matter how many great things we've seen stem from my work and talk about Top Model, no matter how many of the hundreds of comments I still get and the people I run into as I travel that say, oh my God, we thank you for doing that. There will always be a group of people who are dedicated to perpetuating negativity, to villainizing you, to tearing you down because of their own trauma. And the best thing, and I'm talking to you guys out there, that you can do is just let them be. Let them be. The only reason I'm talking about it now is because, you know, the people have been wondering where I've been in terms of Top Model. They've been seeing me active and everything. And, you know, I still get DMs and comments saying, hey, Oliver, we miss you talking about Top Model. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? And I just wanted to explain to you what has kept me away. So, where are we now? I want to apologize. I do want to apologize because while I can't take responsibility for intentionally trying to perpetuate anyone's trauma, while I never intentionally sought out to be misogynistic, while I never intentionally wanted to spread hurt or do these things, I take responsibility, one, because I'm a person for the people. I have a heart for the people, and I don't got an ego like that to where I can't apologize, you know? Because at the end of the day, while I will apologize and I love the people and all of that, at the end of the day, bitch, who you? You ain't God. You ain't God. You ain't got no heaven, hell, or jail cell to put me in. And you can't whoop my ass. And anything that God has for me, clearly, by the track record of Oliver Twixt, he's going to get it. And now that I'm officially charged up, and I really don't be caring if I make someone happy or unhappy, because the people that love me, they going to love me. The people who don't like me, they're not going to like me. Even though I do try to watch my mouth. I do try to, tailor my mouth. I try to, because I'm learning. I've learned. Top Model, talking about Top Model, grew me up as a content creator because I wasn't doing it before. I didn't have no training. I didn't know. I'm just talking about these things from my experiences as a black homosexual male from the South. That's all I'm doing. I still apologize, and I'm so sorry. And as I've done in the past, and as I will continue to do, I will always try to do better. Every day I wake up, I'm always try to do better. Now, I will say, as we move forward in the things, I'm gonna tell y'all what we doing, what we got going on. As I do try to be better, and I will always strive to go for the higher route, I am in a place where, bitch, if you slap me, don't fuck around and I got time today, because I just may knock your ass back out, because I ain't, listen. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. If you don't like me, stay your ass over there. I don't be coming to nobody's channel, nobody's pages, nobody's comment section, writing negative things. I see stuff, I hear stuff. Up until this moment, I ain't never said nothing. I don't respond. And I tell the people who follow me and who love me, listen, don't go fucking with nobody. Fuck them. Because we over here winning, and we're going to continue to win. Before AMP by Amazon closed down, baby, I was this close to signing the deal where the people said, no, we need those ANTM chats coming back. Can you come over here and start that back up, please? But then Amazon closed the app down. It's okay because we got some other things coming on. So, right. I apologize. On a lighter note, I am going to restart my Top Model chats, okay? Now, in saying that, I do want you guys to take some things into consideration. One, we have talked to almost everybody, guys. So the pool of people to pull from is very small. However, there are still some people out there that do want to talk with me about Top Model. Just got the phone with somebody the other day. I'm reopening talking about Top Model because I am taking me exploring reality TV the way I want to more serious. I'm taking it to another level. I'm graduating it, because it's time. I have dreams, I have aspirations, I have goals. And if I've been able to stumble across all of these other things, being one of Adweek's 2023 top celebrities and content creators in the world, and I just kind of stumbled across it. I stumbled across being on Netflix. I stumbled across being on the Top Model special for ABC. I stumbled across being on WeTV. I stumbled across everything that I do. I said to myself, well, what would happen the day that I actually put some intention behind this stuff? That I actually focus and say, I want to do this. I want to achieve this. I want to do that. What will happen? And listen, while I know God got all the blessings stored up in heaven for me to receive, he also said in his word, we can experience some of these things on this side, and I'm going to put forth the work and the time and the effort and the energy and the positivity to experience some of them things on this side of glory, okay? Especially when so many people have benefited in so many areas off of my hard work and my genuine love for what I do. So we will be resuming talking about reality TV very soon. I think as of this week. And you guys will get some more experimental, I won't say experimental, but you guys are going to get some different videos from me as it relates to reality TV. I have a thing for like discussing what I think are the top this or the most significant or why. And I'm a whole lot more confident in my voice, my thoughts, my platform, my presentation to put out that type of content. And you guys will see a whole lot more of that. You know, I'm forming a staff over here. I'm forming a team of people to help me with my content. We got people that are invested in the Oliver Twixt dream and the Oliver Twixt mission. We just signed a deal with somebody. Can't wait to say who. Bling, bling, bling. Bitches is mad. And they gonna stay mad. You better do yourself a favor. Your kidneys and your organs, just go ahead and get glad, bitch. Because I'ma always repent. I'ma always do the right thing. And God is going to treat me accordingly. So you might as well just go ahead and get happy. Because if you keep your balls and nuts and eyes crossed and focus on me. See, I said balls, nuts, right? I ain't say coochie. I learned about being misogynistic. We're going to tell the men, if you keep your nuts and balls crossed on me and focused on me, you're going to continue to be mad. So you might as well, if you're going to keep your eyes over here, and I told y'all, if you don't like me, I don't even know why you're even over here. You might as well get happy. Get happy. Get happy. Because in the words of Christina Aguilera, it's going to keep getting better. I do want to end this off by saying I am grateful, so grateful that through talking about Top Model, I was able to really see the full potential of what it meant for me to follow my true, genuine passions. And to do something not because I wanted money from it, but doing something that felt good to me, something that I was proud of, something that I felt like was inspiring other people, that was helpful to other people. I really saw the magic in how that approach could still sustain and satisfy me, right? And so I'm grateful to everybody. I'm grateful to everybody that's ever watched my interviews. I'm grateful to people who shared it. I'm grateful to all the girls, including Lisa crazy motherfucking ass. For coming over here and contributing their stories to me. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for even people like Lisa and the negativity of the people who talk bad about me on Reddit. I'm grateful because it's motivated me to explore different realms of myself. It's forced me to mature. It's forced me to grow up. It's forced me to realize certain things, and I'm very proud of the person you guys are looking at right now. I love him, her. I love all of it. I love it. Wouldn't change a single atom, cell, membrane, neutron for it in the world. And I'm grateful to God for blessing me to be here with you guys, feeling better, doing better, looking better, eating better, traveling better, living better. I ain't having sex, but if I was, I'd be fucking better, okay? But I ain't having sex, I don't drink, I don't smoke no more, okay? That's how she was able to lose all this weight and get you know, that first jawline y'all saw in the first chats. You know, I kind of got big. She's small again. I'm smaller than I was the first time y'all met me, actually. What else? Y'all, that's it. That's it. Almost 2.5 hours later, that's it. So hopefully this video answers where I've been, what I've been doing, why I've slowed down. Man, I'm just letting you guys know that she's back. I'm back. Somebody say drag Lisa more. Child, she do that every day. She wake up and continue to believe her lies. See, listen, I can't do that. Listen, y'all leave me alone now. We're going to leave Lisa alone because I know this. She going to see this and she going to spiral. She going to spiral out. You know what? What would be impressive? What would actually show growth in Lisa if she just accept what I said and don't say nothing? But I know she going to say it, which honestly is just going to bring more eyes to what we do. It's just going to bring more attention to what we do. it's just gonna bring more people. And I actually always enjoy when she speaks my name on these large platforms, when she takes the time that she spent in money, gas, makeup, hopefully a babysitter, to travel to these platforms for free and talk about me. It helps me out, and I appreciate the free marketing. So, you know, she probably shouldn't say nothing, to be quite honest, you know, but I know she is. Silly ass. Okay, I'm gonna stop. See, now I ain't afraid, you know, but Oliver, stop. Okay. Stop. I'm gonna stop. Call the police. Someone please call 911. Yeah. Pick up the phone. Hotel across the street. I missed y'all. I missed the little community and culture we had developed over here. Things that only we know about. I miss doing this, and I promise y'all I am back. Now, don't expect me to be talking about Top Model every damn day, because we ain't there no more. You know, the moment that we had is gone, you know, and we're going to enjoy it, and we're going to respect it, and we're going to honor it, because it's our moment that we share together. However, she is back. She's back on YouTube. I do encourage you guys to watch some of my other content. Get into some of the other things that I do that other people are enjoying in numbers on my channel, you know. Now, you know, if you're just here to listen to Oliver Twixt talk about Top Model Reality TV, I appreciate it. I thank you for coming. But I also encourage you to get into some of the other things, you know. Get into some of the other things, because they there and other people getting into it. So join the party, because you're missing out. I love you guys so much. It's 12:36 where I am. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, because this will be uploaded. And if you're watching this right now and you're not on Instagram, you must be watching it on my YouTube channel. Girl, people was taking my videos down, putting them on foreign websites and shit. I was like, girl, I gotta get up out of this, because y'all is crazy. Anyways, because y'all wouldn't dare do that to none of them other people, Jessica and them. And again, I don't got nothing against them, but y'all ain't doing it to them. So why y'all messing with me? But anyways, I'm done with that. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, share. I've missed you guys so much. Jump down in the comments, please. Please, I would love to hug and love on some of you guys. And if you jump down in my comments to talk about shit, your ass better be ready to get flushed down the toilet, bitch. Because while we also purveyors of peace, if you come over here starting it, we gonna finish it, okay? So tread lightly, because if you don't give a fuck, I don't give a good goddamn either. I'm with that, guys. I love y'all. And when it's all said and done, be sure to what? Parade and Kegel. Until next time, bye.